So today, the professor didn't show up, so Eli was covering, but he wasn't prepared because he didn't know he was covering. He shows the single leg where you step around. So I'll just walk through. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. You have elbow and lapel grip. So you step to the elbow side with that same side foot, and then you pull the lapel to reorient him. Then you step again with your lead foot. Let's just say it's your left foot. So in your left, you have the left elbow grip, and your right hand is the same side lapel grip. So you take another step with your left foot and go to your knee past his foot. At the same time, you swim your left arm inside of his elbow and do a single leg. Single leg. You bring your right leg back, sort of in line with yourself, and then you pull on the lapel so that he falls to his side. And then you do like a tripod pass from there. So it's sort of like a single leg into a collar drag kind of situation. Then he shows some details on side from mount escape and from back control. So mount skipping, not from side control, from mount and from back control. So from mount, he said to always keep moving, so use your legs to push up and try to get your head exposed, and bridge. So so basically you shouldn't focus exclusively on framing with your arms. You gotta sort of keep the opponent busy by pushing your legs and getting your body higher relative to your opponent. And then back control, he said, instead of focusing on grabbing the opponent's arm, or like wrist and lower arm, you should concentrate on grabbing the elbow and forcing the elbow down. Because you could grab the arm and he'd still be able to choke you, but if you grab the elbow, he won't be able to choke you. And then we rolled. I did the turtle thing wrong again. Gotta work on that. Let's see. So did a competition yesterday, and it's also been a year since I started with this. So in the competition, it was 2 matches against the same guy, so best of 3 against the same guy. I got moved to a higher weight class. There's no one in my division, so I'm supposed to be in the light featherweight division, Masters 3, so that's 41 to 45 years old and lighter than 141 pounds. So I got moved to featherweight, featherweight Masters 3, which is 41 to 45 years old, and wait, that doesn't make sense. Well, 41 to 45, and then 155 and under. On the website, it said he was 47, so he should have been Masters 4. So I guess that's actually fair. Anyway, so it's best of 3. Got there. It was a little bit less. It was more organized and less organized. It was less organized too, because there was like no one there to answer any questions or like to tell you what to do. Really, you kind of had to just find someone and ask them. Hopefully, they would answer your questions. But it was pretty organized. There's like a website that updates what time everything is going on, so you knew when to show up to wherever you had to go. You just had to figure out where you're supposed to go. There wasn't really anywhere to warm up though. Yeah, so the actual fights, I pretty much dominated him in the first one. He did this collar drag or something, but he collar dragged me into his guard, so I think it counted as a guard pull. And then I passed the guard. Wait, what did happen? Maybe. Yeah, I wound up on bottom somehow. I don't remember how. And then I swept him, got past his guard, and got into mount. So I was up 9-0. So 2 points for the sweep, 3 points for the guard pass, and then 4 points for going to mount. So I was up 9-0. I looked at the clock. There was 3 minutes left. So I was like, I could just sit here and ride it out, or I could go for a submission. So I kind of sat there for like a little bit thinking about it, and then I look up and like 10 seconds passed. I was like, I can't sit here for 3 minutes. So I went for a few submissions. I went for a straight arm bar, and then I went for a cross collar choke. And then when I went for the cross collar choke, he managed to bump me and reverse me. So it was 9-2. And then he was in my closed guard. And then he did this weird, like, hugging himself to me, or trying to get a cross collar. But you can't get a cross collar on me from inside my closed guard. So I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to do. So then I decided, so I was just like riding it out. I was like, and then I looked up and there was like 2 minutes left, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this for 2 more minutes. It's like, I don't think I was in danger, but it was also like kind of uncomfortable. Also, the ref kept on checking on us, I guess, to make sure that I wasn't passing out. So I started doing a cross collar, but I couldn't finish it, so I was basically yanking on his collar for like a minute and a half or so, which tired my arms out. I didn't realize it until after the match was over. So I won the first match 9-2, but I stood up and my arms were like exhausted, and then my legs felt heavy also, which I wasn't expecting, because it's just one roll. We usually roll like 6-7 times in class after we do all the techniques and drilling. So then we waited 5 minutes, and then the second match started. So this one, he did that collar drag thing again. But this time, so he pulled me on top of him again, but this time I like lost balance and he came up on top. So they gave him 2 points for a takedown. And then, so I was in half guard, and then I go for butterfly. So I get the hooks in for butterfly, but I don't have any grips with the arms. I like have a lapel grip or something, but I couldn't get the belt grip because he was like straight arming me or something. So I tried to like pull him into me and sweep him regardless, and all that did was let him like jump through the guard into mount. So Yeah, so he got 7 more points for that. So I'm like down 9-0, and I'm in mount. Now I'm like, I'm kind of tired, and I was panicking a little bit. And for some reason I can't get the elbow escape to work. Or I got the elbow escape to work, but I couldn't get into half guard. So then I looked, and there's like a minute and a half left, I think, or maybe 2 minutes. And then so I turtle, and then I did what I just asked him if I should do it, and he said no, I should not do it. But I turtled, and then I like shoulder tossed him, and then he left open the underhook, so I took the underhook. And wait, what did I do? No, I must have. I went from yeah, I did that, and then so I hip tossed him. I did not get the underhook, so I didn't get into side control, but I did manage somehow to get into half guard, I think, and then I got into butterfly, I think, and I swept him. What I should have done before he passed and mounted, and then I swept him, passed his guard. His guard was like non-existent. So as soon as I swept him, I think I was like knee cutting. And he just like let me knee cut through directly into mount or something. So that tied it up. So I'm in mount, so I get 2 for the sweep, 3 for the guard pass, and then 4 for the mount. So it's 9-9. I'm in mount. I know I need to get more points, but the only points I get once you're in mount, you can't get any more points unless, I guess you could go to knee on belly, but that's sort of backwards. So I'm like, I need to get a sub. So I'm trying to do a straight arm bar again, or a cross collar or something. But he tries to do an elbow escape and gets on his side. I'm still in mount, but he's on his side. So then I just decided to go to S mount and do an arm bar from there. But I got a little lazy on the S mount, and instead of keeping pressure on him when I bring my leg around, I took the pressure off, let him pop up, and then I tried to force the arm bar by swinging my leg over him and driving him back down, but that didn't work. So I wound up on the bottom again in half guard with like 30 seconds left. And then I know he almost passed me. But I managed to catch his foot, and then I got into butterfly and swept him, and then I think I was on top of half guard for like 30 seconds or so to end it. Yeah, but I thought I was done when I was down 9-0, and he had me in a mount, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just like tap, or just like to conserve energy and then get after him in the third round. But yeah, I'm glad I just kept fighting through and reversing him or sweeping him and then passing. Yeah, so things that kind of learned is definitely there's all levels here. It's like you shouldn't be intimidated to compete. I mean, even if you lose, it's not like you know, the worst thing in the world, or even like a bad thing. It's just you lost. The adrenaline, I didn't get any adrenaline rush, but I did feel that I wasn't thinking, like I actually was kind of clear-headed during the match. Like I wasn't like pumped during the match. I just made up like bad decisions, or it was more like, oh, I'm okay, rather than, oh, like my thinking was more like, oh, I'm fine, he's not actually putting pressure on me, instead of going like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, or I'm in this position, so I should do this next. It was more like, am I in danger or not? Just like yes or no, instead of like analytically thinking about things. And then after the match, it was actually like all the adrenaline went out and I lost like all my energy. So I think the beginning of the second match was kind of because of that. Like all the energy was out of me until the adrenaline flooded back in. But yeah, it was a pretty good experience in general. Kind of wish I was in the other division with the two younger guys and see what that was like. It's definitely interesting rolling with people my own size. Much different experience than heavier guys. So yeah, good experience.